Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, she's asleep. No, I can take this off. Anyways, Billy heard me talk, so he's going to come say hi. We have a Facebook page, Trucking with David H. over there on Facebook. You'll get some stuff on there that, I post on there all the time. Anyways, this video, I want to go over something. The last company, if you guys, we were over here at the dry van company that we've been at, and things started getting dicey. I had a panic attack and decided I needed to get to a company that was contract freight because how bad the spot market was. Went over to that contract freight company for a week or whatever it was, and then came back here. Let me explain why we did that, because I did get a comment where, you don't know how to pick your own loads, yada, 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 and so on and so forth. It was kind of a stupid comment because I'm sure I said this in that video, but I'm going to say it again here, is, say hi, Billy. He likes to sit on my lap. Is that your wiener? That is your wiener. Anyways, is that legal? Did I just do dog porn? The company we went to, Contract Freight, when I talked to the recruiter, she talked about, this company bought this company out. We got a lot of high val stuff that needs teams, and we got a lot of team freight. We got more team freight than we know what to do with. I also had a contact over at that company that drives for them. One of the things they do is they drive company, though. And he was telling me how, they have they put out a notice that they need team drivers, yada, yada, yada. They have all this team freight, blah, blah, boom. So I'm thinking, score. This is exactly what I want. They also have drop and hooks, and I wouldn't be responsible for a trailer, which was intriguing. So we went ahead and went over there and got told by 3 people. 1, the trainer doing orientation. 2, my driver manager, and 3, the operations manager. They do not have team freight for ICs. It's company freight, team freight only. And as far as high vals, none of them really knew what the hell I was talking about that. And I was proceeded to be told that, yes, recruiters lie. And unfortunately, your recruiter lied to you. And we try to talk to our recruiters and tell them not to do that, so on and so forth. So it has nothing to do with picking loads. It has nothing to do with those loads on Friday. I have this little booklet here that I sat and wrote down a bunch of loads. A bunch of pages of loads, what they're paying, and within a certain amount of deadhead miles to pick up another load. And I could not come up with anything better than about a $5,000 week, running this solo stuff at this time. And I didn't only do it from the areas I were in. No, I was smarter than that. I started trying to find different areas. Columbus, Ohio, Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana. No red light. And so on and so forth. Laredo, Texas, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Kansas City, St. Louis. I looked all over the place, and I'm trying to find where a hot spot is to get these loads out of. Now, mind you, there was freight, and there was plenty of the freight. But the freight just wasn't paying. Even though it was contract freight, we're talking $1.20 a mile. I think the best I was trying, I was begging to get $1.50 a mile. It was like, if I can find something $1.50 a mile, but no, I was trying to find, okay, let's try to make $1,000 a day at least. No, it was $300, $400, $500 a day, so on and so forth. He's getting ready to drive. So it's not that it has anything to do with how to dispatch. It's not anything on that. I even at one point had driver manager get involved, and he was trying to come up with some stuff. He did say that he's got a couple of trucks that they not only use the company's load board, but they go out, and if they can find Coyote loads or I can't remember what the other load was. Those 2 loads, we can run that freight. and they go, the guy will sit and run a couple of those loads and then company loads, and he's seen them make up to a $7,000 gross week. Well, for a team truck, that's not good enough. For a company truck, for a solo truck, that's great. For a solo truck, that's great. How do you bend your head backwards like that? But we're a team truck. And Melissa made a good point. Why should she be on this truck suffering, living on a truck, if we're not going to make team money? So I thought about that, and I didn't want to start just job hopping all over the place. So it's like, you know what? We know what we can make where we were. They're willing to take us right back. We can get back there and running within 3 days. Yes, I'll have a trailer payment to deal with, but right now this is what's going to work, because I started looking back at my pay settlements, and I think the worst pay settlement I had, and this is for being available to work, was like $6,500. But most of the time we were 75, 85, 9,500, 10, 14,000, and so on. But when freight got really bad, it was hovering around $7,000, $8,000 gross a week, which isn't horrible for a bad freight market. Now, please don't comment with all your, I make $8 million a day over at this company or that company, because I just delete it. You want to comment, go ahead. I don't care where you're working for and how much you're making, where you're at. I'm not asking for any companies, any recommendations of companies to go to. I'm perfectly happy here, and am gonna, this is where I'm gonna be for now. One of the big things is they are a good company when it comes to the way they treat us. They get me the loads. It's not their fault the spot market's not paying real well, but they have high val loads, they have team loads, they have expedited loads, everything a team truck needs. Okay, and for the most part, we get loaded and unloaded and boom, boom. Yeah, there's no dropping hooks. We are responsible for a trailer. But if things work out and the spot market picks up, maybe I'll start and trailer prices come down, maybe I'll start looking at buying a trailer again, so at least I can have a paid off trailer and not have a trailer payment for the rest of my life, or while I'm trucking. And I'm not planning on trucking forever. I sometimes will fly off the handle. Let's see, what do they want? Yes, sir.
Hello, man. I'm getting ready to pull 10 over here.
Uh-huh.
You need to be 10.
You want me to go to...
It's broken. They didn't tell nobody.
Oh, okay, yeah. They just said go to door 12, and it'll be about 6:30 before they unload, so...
All right, man. I'm sorry about that.
Door 10, not a big deal.
Pull out 10 and go in 10.
Perfect, thank you. So we're going to move over to door 10. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, hit share, put us on Facebook, everything, yada, 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 so on and so forth. I'm happy with where we're at. The only reason why I got all freaked out is because I wasn't used to waiting to get a load. And you know what? If I have to wait a day to get a good paying load, that's fine. These loads over here, like I was saying, 3, 5, I want to make 1,000. These loads over here, I would say minimum I make 1,000, gross 1,000 a day. They're usually much more than that. A lot of times double that. But sometimes it takes a few hours to get a load, and I wasn't used to that. Coming out of Prime, we would always be, we were always dispatched. Pre-planned, or didn't wait very long for loads, so on and so forth. And listening to what my buddies at Prime were still making, it's like, well, geez, this sucks. But also, they're not doing it there anymore. They're sitting around waiting. My one buddy, he's back to the $4,000 gross weeks, but that's not here nor there. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go so I can do what I need to do here. You don't want to sit and watch me back up, because it would just be boring. Peace.